Today, I'm going to be going over how to find your next multi-million dollar Shopify brand. How do I know how to do this? Because this is the same process I use to build the companies like Cat Cave Co. to $10 million in sales and many other Shopify brands. And it's the same thing that I'm using today to build my next massive 8 or 9 figure success. So let's get into it. Okay, so what we're looking at right here is my $1 million brand cheat sheet. Okay, so these are all the steps that I would recommend anyone, whether they're new or whether they have a lot of experience, to go through step by step in order to find their brand idea, validate it, and actually get it launched and tested as cheaply as possible without wasting tens and tens of thousands of dollars on inventory and ads and everything else. This is for you if you've already been, drop shipping, playing around on Shopify. Maybe you've had a little bit of success and you're looking to build something more sustainable, something that can grow, something that can actually do millions of dollars in revenue or even tens of millions of dollars or more. And if you're just getting started, maybe this isn't quite for you because this is going to require a lot more skill than just getting started with something, say, like drop shipping. But what I'm going to show you right now is how I use this process to build Cat Cave Co. and many other brands and how you can do the same. If you'd like a copy of this cheat sheet, simply like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll make sure we get it to you. So step number 1 is what makes a good brand, okay? There's all kinds of ways of looking about this, but we're going to go through the basics to begin with. So first off is a broad niche with mass appeal. One thing I've learned from doing really niche products over the years is that if you go too niche, you really tap out your potential, you tap out your volume really quickly, and the brand can never sustain itself over a really long period of time. It's just much harder to do. So if you want something that's going to go and make 8 figures or 9 figures in sales, it has to be a broad niche with mass appeal. Next up, we have a unique product and or angle. So this product should be unique. It doesn't have to be unique. Ideally, it's quite a unique product. It hasn't been seen or saturated just yet, or you need to find a unique way of marketing it, a unique angle. So next up, we have multiple congruent upsell products or collections. If you're doing a one SKU brand, it's just 10 times harder. You're making it much harder for yourself. It's really hard to find a brand where you just have one product that crushes it for you when you don't sell anything else. You want to be able to at least offer people complementary products, add-on products on top of your main product, your flagship product, and that will just help you get profitable a lot more easy. Next up is ability for subscription or high ticket sales. So what is that? Obviously subscription, you want people to be buying your product again and again. Products that lend themselves to subscription, whether it's like a box or a consumable or something that kind of runs out or goes bad that they need again. Those products are great. They make amazing brands. Some of the biggest brands in the world, because they are subscription. The other alternative here is high ticket sales. So something that you can sell for, upwards of $100 at a minimum, maybe $200, maybe $300, where it's only costing you maybe $50 to fulfill that product. A really good example were these hearing aids that I saw recently. If you look at hearing aids and you search Google for them, you'll see that they're pretty expensive for the most part. These may be some Chinese ones. They're actually in Colombia now, so you're seeing Colombian pesos. But hearing aids can sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. But this is something you can actually source from China for like $40 and have an amazing margin and sell it for a lot of money, okay? Next up, we have high pain points and or desire to fix a problem. So health products, fitness products really lend themselves to that kind of aspect. High pain points, something that's causing someone a problem in their life. By buying your product, it fixes it. Doesn't have to be a pain point like this. It can just be a strong desire. So for a great example is like the health and supplement niche. Most people don't have massive problems where they're thinking this supplement's going to completely change their life, but they're buying it because they think it adds value and they think it's going to really benefit them in some way. Next is right timing before market saturation. This is something that isn't 100% necessary. A product is never really saturated. You can always come out and market it in a new way. You can make a tweak to a product, make it better, and still market it. But ideally you want to be jumping on a trend or a product before everyone has tried to sell it already, or before there's already been like massive brands established. Finally, we have ability to market across multiple channels. So you don't want to be stuck with just like being able to run Facebook ads. You can't get any sales on Google. You want to be able to market your brand on as many channels as possible. So next we have the biggest factors right now. So is the product so good people will buy it again or tell their friends? So this is a massive one. And this is what I learned after building this brand to 10 million in sales. I realized we kind of messed up with this brand in a way, because this is something that they buy one of, they buy two of. They're not going to buy 5 of these things or 10 of these things. It just wouldn't make sense. So the biggest thing now when I'm looking for these new opportunities is, will people buy it again, and will they tell their friends about it? So there's kind of 3 things in this. Is it so good? So the product quality is just everything now. Is you don't want to be building a brand on something that just sucks. You're just making it 10 times harder for yourself to make money. Will people buy it again or tell their friends? So your product needs to be good, so they'll buy it again and they'll tell their friends about it. If you do this, you're going to have a great head start to everyone else, and you're going to be able to make money a lot faster than everyone else. So next is, does it have a great profit margin? This is massive. The more money you can spend to acquire a customer, the better. In the past, I would sell products for $20, $30, and I would have a cost per sale on Facebook ads of say $10 to $25, and I would make money. Today, that's no longer a reality. You're not going to be getting customers year after year for less than $25. The cost of ads is only going up and up. And it's only going to keep going up. So you want to be able to spend as much money as possible on advertising and still make money. So I like to think I want to be able to spend up to $100 to acquire a customer and still be able to make money. You can start with less, maybe it's $50, maybe it's a lower ticket product, but it's really great to be able to spend a big amount of money, like $100 or more, to get a customer. And you know what? You might not even make money on the first sale when the person buys first. It might take longer to make money, and that's what we call a moat, right? That's a moat around your brand, because other people and drop shippers, they're not going to be able to wait 3 months to make money, right? So one of my products, one of my cat supplements actually, it doesn't make money when people buy it for the first time. It takes 3 or 4 months before we even break even. Then after those 3 or 4 months, as people keep buying it, we then make profit. So that's a really great way of going about it. And lastly here, does it have existing demand? Creating a new product from scratch that has no demand, that's never been seen before, it's making things a lot harder for yourself. Ideally, you want to do a product that at least has some existing demand, so you can come out with cooler branding or a slightly nicer product and start making sales right away without having to kind of raise awareness for why people should be buying this product. 1.2, multiple approaches to building a brand, okay, to brand building. There's 3 main ways to think about this, okay? You can improve an existing product and tap into existing demand. So that's like a product that already has a lot of searches. It could be like a gardening product. It could be whatever you can think of. It doesn't really matter. Just have to have existing demand. So people have to be searching for it already. If you find a product like that, and maybe you've sold it successfully already and there is demand, just by making a higher quality product, just by finding the right manufacturer or supplier and making a slightly better product and having nicer photos and a nicer store and just running, say, Google ads, you can now tap into this existing demand and have a successful brand just like that. That's one of the easiest ways to build a brand. Number 2, jumping on a growing trend. So right now, if we look at Shopee stores, which I'm going to show you in a minute, this shows kind of all the biggest stores right now that are trending, that have the highest traffic, the most sales. If we search health, for example, the number 1 we can see is a coffee alternative. The number 4 we have supplements. Okay, we have a bunch of different stuff here. So we have spiritual lifestyle. A lot of different things. We can go through this and we're going to explain in a minute. But for example, the number one is a coffee alternative. That is a fast growing trend, coffee alternatives. So that's a great example. You could create another coffee alternative and tap into that growing trend. Another big trend right now in the health space are these mushroom drinks, mushroom powders. You can create another mushroom powder. It doesn't have to be 10 times better or really too different than the competitors, but because it's a growing trend, you can tap into that growing trend and grow your brand while there still aren't too many like giants yet. All the brands currently are still very small and people don't have any brand loyalty yet. So you still have the opportunity to come in, start the brand and grow as the trend grows. Finally, something totally new and unproven. This is something I really don't recommend. This is like the hardest way of doing it. Let's say you come up with a cool idea, you think it's a great brand idea, but you research on Google and on TikTok or whatever, no one's done it yet. This is the hardest way to grow a brand. If you do this, there's a good chance it's going to fail because it's just been completely unproven. Even me, after doing this for well over 10 years now, and I think I have like this great idea and no one's done it ever before, I often fail. And I remind myself, stick to the stuff that works. Stick to the stuff that's at least proven by a few people. It doesn't have to be stuff that has like these massive competitors in, that's hard too. But stuff where there's like a few people showing it does work or can work and you can do something better. So with all of this, you can see here the sweet spot. There's boring stuff with demand, so products that are already well established, that have a lot of search volume. And then there's new and innovative stuff that's like not proven or like something that's a brand new trend. And the sweet spot is tapping into something in between those two for your brand idea. All right, so step number 2, finding brand ideas. 2.1, branding something you have successfully sold. Is there something you have sold you think would work better with branding and marketing? So if you've already like dropshipped something, you've proven it can sell, but it died off, maybe that's a good starting place where you can make it higher quality, where people might come back and buy it again, tell their friends about it, or where you can just tap into that search volume on Google Ads and just do well because you have the best looking product compared to all the other people with a worse looking product. Is there a new way of selling a product or telling its story that isn't being done? Or can you massively lower the cogs by branding it and make it work at scale? So if it has worked for you but kind of stopped working, maybe your cogs were too high, the cost of fulfillment was too high, maybe if you look into manufacturing it in bulk, you can lower the price massively and then make those numbers work. So that's the first way I would go about finding a product, finding a brand, is something you've already sold that you can kind of apply these 3 things to. Next up, finding a new brand idea. So this is tough, but this just comes down to you spending lots and lots of time researching. So you can research trends on TikTok, social media. You can use spy tools like Simply Trends or another one like AdSpy or whatever. But what I like to do the most when I'm thinking about going into a niche is researching the top stores. So I'll go to that website, Shopee stores. I'll type health. I'll type in fitness. I'll type in, spirituality. How do I spell spirituality? There you go. I'll type in all these different things and I'll start one by one, opening them up, having a look at them. And then what I like to do next is I like to analyze what they're selling. And I like to use the SimilarWeb Chrome extension to see their traffic. You can see it's really stable. And then I like to view the countries they're selling in and then where their traffic's coming from. So these guys are basically only running ads on Google and they're probably getting organic Google traffic. They have less than 10% social. So perhaps you could come into this niche, take their best-selling products and create really good ads using UGC content or whatever, and then launch that on Facebook ads, on TikTok ads, and do really well. So you want to look for people who are doing something well, but they're not doing other things well. So they might have like a good Google ad strategy, but they don't have a good social media video strategy. So that's how you want to go about it. You want to look for opportunities where people are clearly making money, there's not too much competition, or maybe the competition isn't doing it very well. So this is the way you can do it. And you just got to spend hours and hours and hours going through and looking for your brand idea this way. Finally, exploring your own interests. While this probably isn't the most recommended thing to do, if you are really interested in something, that's great because you're going to have the passion to create that really good brand and product. Okay, step number 3, filtering your brand idea. Can you start by drop shipping or ordering a low minimum order quantity? So whatever you come up with, you're going to go to Google and search product manufacturer, product private label, and you can go through Alibaba, you can go through American companies and ask them all, what's the minimum amount that I can order? Or maybe you want a private label, or maybe you want to create a slightly custom product with a custom mold, and you need to ask and find out how cheap you can get it done. I like to do this literally with as low as 100 or 200 units when starting one of these test brands. So next up, is there healthy competition, right? So this is why I said, like, you should see some people making money in the niche or selling similar products or even the same product, but you know, they should be like doing some things wrong, or you should be able to spot some kind of opportunity to do something better. Is there search volume? Ideally, you can go to the Google Keyword Planner, just search Keyword Planner, and you can check how many people are searching for this product every month. Ideally, there are at least 10,000 people a month searching for the product, so you can make money immediately with Google Ads. Can you easily make videos to demonstrate or advertise the product? Can you build a good sales funnel? So can you have these add-on products and complementary products that you can upsell within a funnel, either on Shopify or somewhere else? Is the margin high? Will people tell their friends about the product or leave positive reviews? Will people purchase again? Can you charge a lot or do a subscription? Is there something you can is there someone you can easily beat? So that goes into like, you find someone making tons of money because you can see all their traffic, but they have a terrible store, they have poor ads, they don't have good reviews. So that's a key thing. If you just find an opportunity where you can easily beat someone, that's a great place to start. Can you advertise across multiple channels? So the more of these you can tick, the better your brand idea. Step number 4, decision-making process. I just got to hurry up the video here, guys, as I'm running out of battery. Research phase. Scan stores, marketplaces, Google, Amazon, make a list of competitors. Then decide the viability. Can you start with drop shipping or order a low minimum order quantity? How much is that going to cost? Can you do it for less than a few $1,000s, ideally? Research suppliers, manufacturers in China and the USA. So that is pretty much everything for this video. I might even cut it off here. This is the $1 Million Brand Cheat Sheet. Go through this whole process. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get this document over to you so you can use it whenever you want to research a brand idea. Next up, I'm going to quickly talk about the step-by-step launch process before my battery dies. Find a minimum viable product, get it via drop shipping or order 100 units. Build your funnel, set up your email marketing, get the ad material. Before you launch, you should have like some good creative for video. Like you can use a company like Billo app. I highly recommend Sooner.co too to create amazing photography for your product. Sometimes a very simple store but with great photography is all you need to get started. These guys do a great job of that really cheaply. Next up, make video ad, test ad creative, Facebook, TikTok, launch Google search and shopping ads, set up solid remarketing, and then test other platforms. That is all you need to do to launch your minimum viable product brand in 2023 and beyond. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and stay around for more videos just like this and case studies as I show you how to build multi-million-dollar brands and also dropshipping brands on Shopify.